Hey, welcome to Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. Where are we headed today, Al?
Cedar Point Amusement Park.
Let's check out some roller coasters. What do you think, Marie?
Pretty cool, exciting.
What do you think, Dawn?
Awesome, let's do it.
We are here and ready to enjoy the day at Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. One of the things about Cedar Point when you're doing the rides, a lot of them, they don't want you to videotape while you're on the ride, so I couldn't take you along with me, but you can see glimpses of it from the shots that I got. So we want to give you our thoughts on Cedar Point Amusement Park. Now remember, we live near Allentown, and Cedar Fair owns Dorney Park and Wildwater Kingdom. So we want to go out there and see what that park was like. So the thing I really loved about this park is they have 17 roller coasters.
Wahoo.
And unfortunately, nobody really wanted to ride them, so I had to ride a lot of them by myself. But we got a couple BBB tips for you to help you get through this park. So one of your tips of the day is how to do this park. And a key piece of that is the Skyride. Tim, why is the Skyride so important?
Yeah, you can catch a Skyride from the front of the park. You can take that all the way halfway or 3/4 of the way, and you can check out everything. There are all kinds of rides where you want to do it. And the best way to do the park is go to the back and work your way front. So when you get done doing the park, you don't have as far to go outside to your car.
That's a great tip. And we also saw a restaurant. What restaurant did we see?
Famous Dave.
So Famous Dave's is a barbecue restaurant that we went back to later on, and it was one of our top 2 restaurants on the entire trip. And I'll put some pictures in of that right now. So let me put some pictures of our Skyride in right now.
High enough. Good, check on.
Here we go, Tim. Let's check it out from up above. As we were on the Skyride, Big Al has one of the ADA scooters to help him get through the park. And Al, how was it riding from the beginning of the Skyride down to where we were getting off the Skyride?
It was nice because it was all macadam and I could follow the Skyride very easy, and I beat the rest of the Skyride riders to the other end and waited for them. It was really nice to get around in the park with a scooter all day long.
So what we're starting to see at many of the parks, but in particular at Cedar Point, is a real acknowledgement that folks need some help as they get a little older or have a disability, and they're making it so that this park is easy to negotiate as you move through it. So as Tim had mentioned, that takes you halfway down the park. So you see about half the roller coasters, whether they're on the left or the right side and where they're located. But we wanted to get all the way to the other end so we could see the rest of the park. How did we do that, Dawn?
We hopped on the train and that worked out really well as well to get to the very back.
So the train is called the Cedar Point and Lake Erie train. It's coal-fired.
It was, yes.
Al, you had mentioned they were shoveling coal into that
Right,
thing.
they were.
Sounds like an old-time railroad. You get on those cars. It takes you down along the water's edge, which is the road to the beach area, and then it swings around to the back where the wooden roller coasters are. And you can get off there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So we could have gotten off there, and now we're at the very back of the park, and as Tim had suggested, we could work our way forward. But we took the entire train ride all the way around. If you do get off back there, you can get back on with your just standing in line to do it.
Yeah, we chose to go to the back of the park because everybody was starting in the front of the park. So we avoided a lot of lines by going to the back of the park and working our way forward.
Yeah. And when it pulled back into the station, everybody got off, and it was not a real problem. And they had parking for your scooter.
Right.
It was real easy to get back on that. And then we knew exactly what rides and things we wanted to do starting in the back of the park. So let me put some video in right here of the train ride.
Coal fire.
It looks like it's running.
Yeah, he was shoveling coal in here before he left.
See, I would take the train all the way to the front.
Yeah.
Have two, and shuttle on back. Or monorail.
My phone is in there and so is John's.
It's going way over there.
Marty Park's been really good putting stuff under there. We saw from the Skyride.
Yeah. One of the rides that we saw in the back was Thunder Canyon. It's a water ride, and it's not part of the water park. So there's a separate water park that has all kinds of water rides in it. We didn't do that. We were in the amusement park, but there were some water rides, and Thunder Canyon was one of them. So we decided to go on that ride.
That would be the boys, decided to go on the ride.
Okay, so as Dawn had mentioned, the boys decided to go on that ride. So we got on the Thunder Canyon ride. The line wasn't excessively long, but it was a long walk.
It just opened up.
Yeah. And we got a little bit soaked on there. But they do have an interesting family dryer that you can swipe your credit card and the whole family can dry off in there. So I'll put some video in right here of Thunder Canyon and that mechanical dryer. So here we have family dryer. So if you go on the log flume and you get a little too wet and you want to dry off, tap your credit card here, you stand in here and it blows the hot air around to dry you off. Pretty clever. And as we were walking from Thunder Canyon back towards some of the other rides, we found a petting zoo. What kind of animals were there?
The chickens.
Chickens follow us everywhere.
The pigs.
There's a pig there. Elmer Fudd, I think, was
Sheep,
his name.
probably.
Goat.
Goats.
Yeah, goats were there. And there was a cow there.
Pony.
Couple ponies, I think.
Ponies, yeah. Ponies or donkeys, one or the other. Not quite sure. And then they also had a turkey, I think, that was eating out of somebody's hand. Got a little aggressive. But it was a nice area. The kids, the kids really loved it there. And that was on our way to the Power Tower, which was this ride that shoots you up in the air. I'll put a picture of that in here. And we're doing that ride. Let me put a picture in of the petting zoo so you can see what I mean. Hello there. Yay! What are you doing out of your pen, chicken? Mr. Alpaca.
If you can, they might go crazy.
Yep, oh, hang on. Here, buddy. Look away. Look. Can the kids eat hay? I don't think he wants hay. He was like, yeah.
Let me see.
Hey, Elmer. How you doing, Elmer? And then we made it to one of our favorite rides. Remember which one that was?
The Ferris wheel. It was huge.
As a matter of fact, they named it the Giant Wheel, because it's 145 feet tall.
Wow.
And the nice thing about that, it was really warm that day, but how was it at the top?
It was chill. It was cool and breezy, in fact, because Cedar Point is on an island. I thought there was a good breeze going all day, even though it was hot.
Yeah.
To dry your clothing off from
from the Thunder
rapids.
Canyon. Yeah, that breeze up there is coming right off of Lake Erie. So it was really comfortable. And as people get off, they stop you at certain spots. So we stopped up at the top, and we really didn't care if they turned that thing back on, because it was comfortable.
That was nice.
Yeah, and we could see some of the new construction that was going on from up there, and we could see the campground.
That's the Wild Mouse.
Is that what they're building there?
Yep.
Tell us about that, Tim.
I just saw today that they're building a new roller coaster called the Wild Mouse, and it's supposed to do a 360 on the track.
Oh my gosh.
That's all I can tell you, but it'll be ready for next year.
So we'll be looking forward to a trip in a few years back out there to see that. So that'll be nice.
We also saw from the Ferris wheel the campground, which we explored later on. Very nice, organized
That was
campground.
that was a well-maintained campground, really nice. And it was right there. I mean, we could have spent a lot more time at the parks, you know, if we had just walked over.
And the beaches.
Yeah, and the beaches were there.
And the water park.
I'll put some video in right now of the Giant Wheel. What do you think, Al? You're on top of the world.
That's right.
Any words of wisdom, Tim?
Nope.
Just cooling off.
Yep.
There's Mayor P. There's Marie. And Dawn. What's up, Dawn?
Gotta stay sitting at this altitude.
You're not gonna know. There's Lake Erie. You're at the top. Cedar Point Ferris Wheel. And then one of our favorites from when we were kids are your bumper cars. Everybody loves riding bumper cars. And there wasn't a long line for it. And Al was pushing us to get on the bumper cars. I think because he wanted to smash into us and act like it was a game, but just take out some aggression on it. What do you think about those bumper cars?
Well, they were great. I rode a lot of bumper cars in my life. It was one of the better rides, and they were well maintained, and kept everything going all the time.
Good.
Of course, I did do my share of bumping and pushing while I was on the ride.
I do remember that. I do remember getting a shot from Al on the bumper cars. So that was a lot of fun, and like Al had mentioned, they really didn't get jammed up. People kept moving, so that was good.
Okay, we're getting ready for the bumper cars. There's Al, Scott, and Tim. We have fun time.
And then the Gatekeeper roller coaster was I'll say it's the worst roller coaster I was on, meaning it had the most number of twists and turns. It was very smooth because it was a metal coaster, but you don't do that one twice in a row. You got to sit down a little bit and let the equilibrium come out. This was the craziest one I was on. And I'm sure you want to know, what did it cost? For us, the one-day amusement park only pass was $50, and I think the combined pass for both parks is just under $100. So it wasn't nearly as expensive as a Disney park, and with 17 roller coasters, there was a lot to do there.
Yeah, there was.
So look, if this video helped you, consider subscribing to the channel. It's free, it helps me out a lot. Also, ring that bell and you'll be notified every time I put up a new video, and give the video a thumbs up. That helps it reach a wider audience. But more important than all that,
Go have some fun out there.
hey, thanks for watching. There is our camera videographer, Marie.